Oh, yes, we're live. We're live, we're live. Let me share it with everyone in the Facebook group. And dive in. Alrighty. So, well, having a little bit of a slow start, I notice. Today, we're live for a weekly training, and we're going to speak about 3 things that boost your confidence teaching yoga. So let me repeat that for everyone watching on Instagram as well, going live at the same time. So live on Facebook, in the Facebook group, and on Instagram. And I'm here today to speak about 3 things that boost your confidence teaching yoga. The reason I'm live to speak about this topic is because last week was it last week or the week before? Well, one of these weeks, we finished the English for Yoga Teachers course, and we had a final Q&A and reflection call or session to reflect on what they've learned during the course, the things they've learned, the things they've improved, any final questions that they had. And I asked our graduates to tell me how they felt now in comparison to before starting the course. Yeah, so what really stood out asking this question and listening to their answers, what really stood out was that all of them massively boosted their confidence. Yeah, so before the course, they felt inadequate or insecure. They compared themselves to others and doubted that teaching in English was really possible for them or something that they could learn. But now, after 4 months of learning together, practicing and improving their teaching skills, practicing and improving their speaking skills, finding their voice, and receiving lots of really useful feedback from me, but also from their course mates, they now see that it's actually possible, and more importantly, feel a lot more confident, if not ultra confident, than ever before teaching, even before teaching in their first language. They're now so confident that most of them even started creating their own business. Yeah, some of them even went abroad to do more yogic studies in English or teach while traveling. And they would have never dreamt doing all of this before they invested in their learning and the development. And it all started with overcoming the fears that relate to a lack of confidence in themselves. So I thought this was mind-blowing, really, because it wasn't that much even about the learning and the things they've learned, but really about how much confidence they gained. So today I want to help you as well boost your confidence in teaching yoga, especially teaching yoga in a foreign language, so that you can grow, so that you can build a successful international career as a yoga teacher too. Yeah. So the biggest obstacle when learning anything is a lack of confidence. Yeah, there's a lot of studies out there that show that people really feel unconfident about their ability to even learn something. Yeah, so a lack of confidence means that you doubt what you can do or what you're capable of. And when you lack confidence, you often feel incompetent or inadequate, and you consistently are afraid about doing things wrong or making mistakes or maybe even letting people down. Yeah, so think of when you learn a foreign language and you feel embarrassed about your pronunciation. Yeah, you're afraid of saying the wrong word or using an incorrect grammar structure. You're afraid of saying things that people don't understand. Yeah, but also think of when you first teach yoga. Yeah, and you maybe doubt that your cues or your instructions are not effective, or you're afraid of hurting people, guiding them in the wrong positions with the way that you teach them. Now, for those that are in our community, it's either of those two things, and for some, even both. Yeah, it's either feeling unconfident about their language skills or unconfident about their teaching skills, or both of those. Because imagine learning to teach yoga in a foreign language and the fears that come up around both your speaking and your teaching skills. Yeah, there's a lot of self-doubt, feeling inadequate, incapable. You may even fear that you're too old to learn, yeah? Or maybe people have told you that you're not good at learning. A lot of things are possible here. Whatever causes your lack of confidence, I want you to remember that this is not a permanent state. Lack of confidence is something that you can work on, yeah? But unfortunately, many people don't know how or even where to start because it's been with them forever. It's something that has been a part of them forever. Or they find it really difficult. Yeah, so they rather hide so they don't work on it so people can't see it. Yeah, or they stop trying. They think they're really not capable. So what is the point even of trying? Or they avoid it. They avoid trying things that are challenging, trying things that are new. They're really stuck in this fear of the unknown, or maybe even fear of being judged. But since you are here, if you're watching this, or if you're listening to this on the podcast, I dare to say that it's your aim to teach yoga confidently. Yeah, maybe even teach yoga in multiple languages and internationally. Yeah, if that's your goal, you know very well that hiding or stop trying and avoiding the things that are challenging, they don't help you. Yeah, so at Enga Unite, it's part of my mission to help you teach with total confidence so that you can share your passion for yoga without doubting yourself. And by that, help more and more people around the world. So I'd like to share with you 3 key tools that help you boost your confidence, teaching yoga, also teaching yoga in a foreign language. And those 3 things you can easily start doing today. Yeah. So remember, teaching is a learning process, and learning anything can be a challenge. Yeah, when learning to teach yoga in a foreign language, there are 3 learning processes. First of all, the process of learning to teach, the process of learning the vocabulary and the words and expressions that you need when you teach, which are different from the words and the expressions that we use in our daily conversations. And the third learning process is learning to teach in the other language and completely embodying yourself, your authentic teaching voice, yeah, your authentic teaching personality. So I imagine as well that for that reason, because there's not one learning process, but there are 3, all of this can feel really overwhelming. But the 3 things that I'm going to share with you today will definitely help you boost your confidence. And if you've been following me for a while, you might know that this is nothing really new, but they're often forgotten or they're neglected, or the value of these simple practices is extremely underestimated. People think it's too easy to do, so that doesn't work. But honestly, I promise you, when you do apply these tools, it will boost your confidence. So let's dive in. Number one is a key thing that we often forget and neglect, but it's your self-practice. Yeah, see your self-practice or your own personal practice as preparation. So preparation in the way that you practice for yourself on the mat, but also your practice in terms of the way that you structure and prepare your classes. So what I advise here, especially when you learn to teach in a foreign language or when you're completely new to teaching, write out your scripts in all the details. So become very detailed. And then set up a room and record yourself while you teach yourself and speak to yourself out loud. And here it's important that you let go of any shame. Yeah, let go of all your embarrassment. Remember that no one is going to watch or see these recordings. They're completely for you and your own development. So allow mistakes to happen, allow yourself to be playful, try things out. It's the only way to learn and to improve. Yeah. So write out your scripts and your sequences detailed or in a detailed way. If that's too much for you, use bullet points or whatever works. Record yourself. Let go of any shame, let go of any shyness and embarrassment, and then watch the recording. Now, when you watch the recording, we can get very perfectionistic and very self-critical. But you're not watching the recording to judge yourself, right? We're not watching it because it already needs to be perfect. We watch it because we can give ourselves feedback on what we've done, yeah? So give yourself constructive feedback in the way that this went well, this can be better, it can be different. And take notes of that and repeat that over and over again. So the very first thing, see your self-practice as preparation and use your preparation to boost your confidence. So that's number one, and repeat that process. Now, speaking of repeating, tool number two to boost your confidence is repetition. Yeah, so repetition to most people sounds a little boring. Yeah, but every single person in the world, including you and including your students, benefits from repetition. To master something, to become good at something, to become expert at something, or feel fully confident doing something, repetition is a must. Yeah, think of how you have learned anything before. Yeah, maybe it's playing an instrument, maybe it's running a marathon, maybe it's drawing or something other creative. Yeah, everyone gets better by repeating it. Children as well, they learn from repeating. They listen to things on repeat and they practice on repeat. They might not be aware of it, but repetition helps them to learn something. So you and your students, remember your students also need repetition to become better at something and feel confident performing or showing in that skill. So repeat the same sequences, write out your sequences and repeat that. Use the same cues and repeat them. Teach the same asanas and repeat and repeat and repeat. Remember, if this sounds boring, this is an opportunity for you to, every time you repeat, find something new. This repetition also allows you to measure your progress, because imagine you're doing something every day and you start on a Monday. Maybe it's the first time you're doing something. You start on a Monday and you feel inadequate and incapable. You do it every day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. By Sunday, I dare to say that you have improved a lot and if you feel a lot more confident doing something. This way, repeating things, you have an opportunity to measure your progress and see how far you've come as well. This progress, this improvement is a type of victory and achievement. And it also shows you that you're able and you're capable of improving, which gives you confidence. Yeah. So repetition is key. Now, I often get asked that the people in our community often ask me, can I use the same sequences? Do I need to write a new sequence for every class that I teach? And I definitely say no. Repeat your sequences, because just as you get better at teaching that sequence, your students need to repeat the sequence to measure their own improvement. Yeah, so it's beneficial for everyone. Now, if it sounds boring to teach the exact same class time and time and time again, you can really play with them and use different themes, use different focuses, speak about different things, link them to a season. There's a lot of ways to use your creativity and repeat still. All of those things I teach in our courses, but I do want you to know that repeating sequences to boost your confidence, but also the confidence of your students, is a must. Then tool number 3 is more of a reminder and an invitation for you to get out there, because it's the power of community, and maybe even just having people around you that are like-minded. Because whenever you're learning something, you're not alone. And what I often hear in our community, people that learn to teach yoga in a foreign language, they're often abroad, or they're in their own country and not surrounded by people that are also learning another language. Or maybe they're at home and trying to figure it all out by themselves. They often feel that they are alone in this, but you're not. You're really, really, really not. It's untrue. So what I do recommend here, so after your self-practice and repetition, find people that are on a similar path. Yeah, find a community or mentors, coaches, teacher trainers. All of these people are there to exchange ideas with, to find things that work for them and maybe apply them to your own teaching. And also practice with things that work for others, but then make it your own. Receive feedback from each other, or maybe give each other feedback, do exchanges to improve. Learning in company of others massively boosts your progress, first of all, but most of all, your confidence. That's what we're here for today. Because company, so other people that are like-minded, that are on a similar path or a similar journey or have similar goals, you're going through the same challenges. You have the same obstacles. Yeah, and you also have the same goals or achievements that you want to accomplish, which helps to hold each other accountable. Yeah. And it also helps you to feel supported, because you can ask each other questions. And like I said already, exchange ideas and learn from each other. Next to that, it's an amazing opportunity to expand your network and get yourself out there and offer to these people to be a sub teacher, so that maybe when they can't teach, you can take over their class. Yeah. Or the other way around, you have someone that can sub for you. Whatever you do in the company of others, you gain experience. Yeah, you gain experience practicing, teaching, maybe exchange. And all of that experience also boosts your confidence. So, to summarize, 3 things that boost your confidence. And if you've been following me for a while, they might not be completely new to you, but I do believe that they are often neglected, forgotten, or undervalued. So people underestimate the value that they have. Number 1 is your self-practice and preparation. Number 2 is repetition. Repeat, 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 repeat. Only, they say, as you know, practice makes perfect. And find a support network or community, people that are like-minded on the same journey or a similar path, because you can really help each other grow, learn from each other, and hold each other accountable. Yeah. So I really hope that this training has helped you today to refresh your memory, gain a new perspective, but most of all helps you to take action and work on the things to find the confidence to teach yoga. Because you have a vision, you have a mission, you want to teach yoga and share yoga with the world. But remember that people around the world also need you. And there's a lot of people that are still not benefiting from these practices because they're either not introduced to them or yoga is not around in the places that they live. So if teaching yoga is something that really calls you, I invite you to overcome these obstacles and show up not only for yourself, but also for the people that need you the most. Yeah, that's what I'm here for to do as well. So if you have any questions or things that you would like to share with us, or even topics that you would like to learn about in the future, send me an email or send me a DM on Instagram or on Facebook. And in the meantime, check out our freebies. We've got a lot of free resources for you to help you improve your teaching skills. So for those that are on Instagram, in the link in my bio, you can find the Watch Yourself Teaching Voice quiz, the English grammar and yoga vocabulary level test, and there's a 10 tips video series for you. So that's in the link in my bio. All of that is free and for you to check out. The same on Facebook. I will post the links below this chat so you can find them. But you can find everything as well on our website, engaunite.com. All right. So there is no excuse or no reason needed, or whatever it is that holds you back or stops you from taking action. You've got everything here. Well, we've got everything here for you to develop yourself and help you. So make use of that and start getting out there, follow your vision, your mission, and by that, spread the benefits of yoga with people around the world. All right. Any questions? I'm here for you. And I hope to see you next week, because next week I've got a really cool other training. Let me double check the name of it. I'm really excited about it because we're going to speak about three things. I created a list of things that I would like to share with you in the following weeks. So I forgot which of them is next week, but three language mistakes multilingual yoga teachers make. So come and join me next week, Wednesday at 4 p.m. And in the meantime, check out all our free resources to help you boost your confidence and develop your teaching skills in English. All right. Sending you lots of love. Have a great rest of your day. And I hope to see you all next week. Goodbye.